so excited to be here tonight with William Stanz, who is a student at BYU, Idaho, a business student. He is also the host of The Lasso Theory, a podcast that explores all the wonderful things you can learn from the show Ted Lasso. And you can find it on any of your favorite podcast platforms. Tonight, William and I are going to talk about streaking and his journey and what he's learned. And so we're so excited to have you here tonight. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for letting me come on. I'm excited.
Okay, we want to know, how did you find streaking? And what brought you to streaking?
Well, I have known Jeff and Jamie Downs for as long as I can remember. And I remember I was on my mission for my church, and I heard that they had started up this wonderful streaking thing. And I know they'd been like working towards it for a while. And I got home from my mission, and just recently I was talking with Jeff about it, and he got me hooked on this streaking idea. And so I picked it up, and I've been running the app for a while, and I listened to the book and I listened to the podcast, and I just really enjoy it.
That's awesome. Tell us, what was it that drew you in? Like, what got you excited about it?
I think at the point where I was first hearing about it, I was kind of looking for a way that I can find a way to improve myself, maybe in the form of goal setting or along those lines. And upon hearing more about streaking and what it was, I thought it was the perfect way to do that. And so I took it and I ran.
Nice. What was your first streak?
My first streak was to do at least 5 push-ups daily. And so far I'm at 76 days of doing that.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What made you decide to start there? Often we start with a physical streak, but what made you decide to start there?
Well, I was thinking about the idea of keeping things laughably simple. And so the first thing that popped into my head, of course, something physical. And I was like, well, I can do 5 push-ups. That's easy. And so, of course, when I get down, I don't just do 5 push-ups, but
Sure.
Doing at least that much every day has been really cool.
Yeah, it's a good floor to stand on.
Definitely.
Hey, tell us about some of your other streaks.
One of my favorites right now is eat at least 1 piece of fruit a day. And it's been fun trying to pick out different kinds of fruits, stuff that I haven't had before, or like there were like 3 weeks where I had strawberries for a while. And right now I'm on bananas, and I'm loving them. So yeah.
Yes. Okay, now I have to ask, what is the most interesting fruit you've tried?
I had a star fruit a week and a half ago. It was really cool.
What does it taste like? Because I've never had the courage to try a star fruit.
I think it's close to like a kiwi, I would say.
That does sound good. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm going to have to add it to my list.
For sure. Super good.
That's awesome. Okay, a lot of people find like there's the benefits from streaking in that you're doing your 5 push-ups a day. And obviously there's benefits from consistently doing push-ups. But a lot of people also find that there are kind of side benefits or other things that come along just with the fact that you're doing something consistently. Have you noticed anything like that?
I'm in a class right now called Intro to Entrepreneurship. And we were put into groups, and we had an opportunity to share things. Like, we were assigned a topic, and it was goal setting, and I convinced my group that we needed to talk about streaking. And I think it was cool when presenting, I was talking about my different streaks and just kind of giving examples and ideas. And it helped all these other people come up with their own laughably simple streaks. And there's also kind of a sense of accomplishment when you have this. I mean, thinking of, I'm going to do 5 push-ups at least once a day. At first that sounds like, oh, that's not bad at all, but I've been doing it for 76 days. And that's where it sounds really cool.
Yeah, that's where the power comes in for sure.
Definitely.
Now, what do you think drew the people in your group as they were thinking about different streaks? What do you think kind of clicked for them? What was it that they were like, oh, this could actually be a real thing?
I think it was me showing them like the app,
Mm,
showing them how easy it was to just do it, and the idea of laughably simple. And then around that time, there were the streaking podcast. They had just talked about like having a streaking floor. So I
mhm.
was talking about that idea of how setting a streak is like a floor that can, you can do way more, but always make sure you're standing on that floor. And they all loved it so much. And I'm pretty sure they're all still keeping up with their streaks today. So
That's pretty awesome.
yeah.
That's great. Okay, you were a pretty early adopter on the app, right? So have you seen it from before our latest transformation?
Yeah, I sure have. I love the way it looks. I mean, I love the way it looked then, but I really love the way it looks now. And I love all of the new features, especially the social aspect of, posting about a streak and stuff that you've learned. Like the other day, I posted about my push-up streak because I woke up and I started doing it, and my roommate came in and he got down on the floor and started doing push-ups with me, and it was
Nice.
awesome. And when we finished, we were like cheering, and it was a good time. So
That's great. I love what you highlighted about the community there, like that you did it and your roommate joined you and then you were able to celebrate. I think that's so cool.
for sure.
So cool. Um, Will, what advice would you give to people who are deciding to start streaking? If you had a friend come to you and say, I'd like to start streaking, what should I do? What would you tell them?
I would say not only make a streak that's laughably simple, but something that can be mindless as well. Something that can, of course, you don't want to become complacent in your
Sure.
streaks. You want to grow, but you want to get to a point where, like with me, when I wake up, I hit the floor and I start doing push-ups. And I don't really do a set number. I just go until I either don't want to or I'm too tired. Um, so my advice is just do something that it builds a habit that you can, one, be consistent on, and two, grow on.
That's great. Yeah, like this idea of but I like to tell people when they're about to start, like start with something you're already doing
Hmm,
because
I like that.
often you already have streaks that you're going, you're just not paying attention to them, right? Which I think kind of fits in with your something that's so simple. You're already doing this probably now. Just start tracking it and go from there for sure.
That's cool.
For sure. Um, okay. We're about done with our chat tonight. Is there anything else you'd like to share with our streaking community? We're so grateful for your time. Any other cool streaking stories or any other thoughts, closing thoughts you'd like to share?
Uh, yeah, I'd love to share just one more. So, one of my streaks is contact someone in my family at least once a day. So I've made an effort to like make phone calls or to text. And that's been super nice in building and continuing to build relationships with my family. So streaks don't just have to be physical or, educational, anything like that. It can be based on almost anything. And that's one of my favorite parts about streaking is you can set a streak for anything.
I love that. That's one of my favorite parts too. It's seriously adaptable to really anything that you want to do consistently, anything. So what a cool streak to be able to connect with your family, especially when you're away at college.
For
They're
sure.
not right there with you. It's not as easy. So it's good to, yeah, to make that an important point of your life. Thank you so much for spending time with us tonight. We're so grateful for you. Um, yeah, I'm grateful that you're a part of our streaking community. We hope you have a
Awesome.
good night.
Yes, thank you so much. You as well.
Thanks. And again, if you guys want to check out William's podcast, it's The Lasso Theory. Thanks. Have a good night. We'll talk to you
Yes,
later.
you as well. Thank you.